Hello, welcome back to Movies. The movie begins with Tom Curry, a lighthouse keeper. He is fixing a broken window in the middle of the storm when he sees a lady on the shore who passed out. He rescued the lady and brought her inside to treat her wounds. The following morning, she woke up and introduced herself as Atlanta, the Queen of Atlantis. She was forced to marry King Orvax and escaped, which is why she landed in their world. After that, we see Tom and Atlanta building a love for each other, and soon, Arthur is born. And one day, when Atlanta is telling him stories, Tom asks her whether their son is also a king, as she is the Queen of Atlantis. The Queen replies that he is more than a mere king, symbolizing that their people can coexist. One day, Arthur will help two worlds come closer. Their happy moment is interrupted when the soldiers of King Orvax attack their house, and after Tom hides him, she fights and kills all the soldiers. Arthur is the product of the love that was not supposed to happen, after which Atlanta leaves him and Tom to keep them safe from Orvax's soldiers. Years later, we see a young Arthur who is talking to fish when a few kids bully him. Suddenly, the sharks inside the aquarium get mad, and as they try to break the glass, Arthur calms them, making the whole crowd surprised. The scene cuts to a group of pirates led by Manta and his father, Jesse, who have taken control of a submarine. After the captain is captured and informed that they are going dark, the captain warns them that the rescue teams will be soon here, which infuriates Manta, who kills him. As they look for the rest of the crew locked inside the vault, Manta's father gives him his dagger, revealing how his father served in wars, and, after his country forgot him, he returned to the sea, scavenging with his wit and the knife. He denies accepting it, and suddenly something hits the sub with all its strength. Upon checking, they find a man hitting the sub, and suddenly, a man breaks inside the sub and introduces to us a grown man, Arthur. He fights the pirates and rescues the crew from the vault, after which he is leading them out when Manta attacks him. Manta fights him but fails to do any harm, but Arthur easily overpowers him and knocks him out. Suddenly, Manta's father appears and attacks Arthur with a bomb that hurts him, but he recovers within seconds. After realizing Manta and Jesse's relationship, he hits Jesse and fixes him against the wall. As he fires a bomb on him, it hits the submarine, allowing water inside and leaving Jesse trapped under a giant missile. Manta begs Arthur to help his father, but he leaves, telling him they kill innocent people, and now they ask for mercy. After that, Arthur finds his father at the docks waiting for him. They go on for a few drinks when Tom hears the news about how Arthur has saved the sub-crew. Tom asks him to go to Atlantis and be their king, but he refuses, thinking they have killed Atlanta for having him and loving his father. Some men interrupt their conversation and ask for a selfie. In the meantime, King Orm and his vizier Vulko are seen waiting for King Nereus for their meeting when Vulko informs his master that he will show up as he knows the importance of their meeting. Soon, King Nereus arrives, and King Orm makes him recall how their ancestors had a union here under King Atlan's leadership. He mentions all 7 kings and provokes Nereus to attack the surface. Nereus hears everything and informs him that humans will kill themselves due to fighting each other, but Orm thinks they will kill them first. Nereus tells him he knows Orm will become Ocean Master, the one with the mightiest army in the universe, after he gets a pledge from 4 kings and mentions the names of those who won't support him. Orm claims to be perfect for being Ocean Master, but Nereus tells him there is someone else known as Aquaman, the only Atlantean living among the humans. Unfortunately, a submarine arrives and attacks them. Orm confronts the surface dwellers and destroys the submarine using his trident. Nereus finally agrees to bring the war to the surface. On the other hand, Arthur is helping his father get inside the truck when a mysterious Atlantean girl finds him and requests that he claim his throne, which is his birthright. Arthur replies that his rights died when the Atlanteans killed Atlanta and refuses to accept her offer. When Arthur is leaving, the lady informs him that Vulko believes in him and has found the location of the trident of Atlan. Arthur ignores her, thinking that the trident is only a myth. After that, Manta waits for some when Orm and his men appear there and pay him for his services. When Manta tells him he wants Aquaman, Orm walks away with his men. Arthur is driving with his father when he notices a giant wave approaching the truck. He tries to dodge it but fails. He gets out of the car and loses Tom in the water. He looks around for him and finds the same lady near his truck. He rescues his father, and the lady helps him save Tom's life and introduces herself as Mera. The next day, the news channel reports on the chaos caused by the giant wave last night, and one of them covers the interview of the man who claims to know that the Atlanteans have done it. But no one believes him. Arthur and Mera stand at the cliff when he informs her that this is where Vulko started training him. Vulko helps him develop his Atlantean instincts, after which Mera and Arthur jump into the sea and reach where Mera has hidden her ship. The duo gets inside and reaches Atlantis when she explains to him how their security system works. After they enter, Atlantis Mera welcomes him home and leads him to where Vulko awaits them. Arthur meets Vulko, who informs him that the only way to stop the war is to dethrone Orm, and for this, he will have to win the hearts of his people and need the lost trident of Atlan. He mentions the history of the trident, saying it was forged by one of the greatest weapon makers in history using an Ares trident. It is believed that the trident could control the oceans and was handed to the king of Atlantis. Before the Great Fall, he takes them back in history and mentions when all the 7 kingdoms were together under King Atlan's kingdom. It was a time of significant technological development, but they turned greedy, which led them to chaos, and the sea swallowed them. This paved the way for their future. Some adopted the ocean while others turned savage. He shows them a device containing King Atlan's last message about his trident's location and guides them to visit the Deserter Kingdom to get the message. Moments later, border security finds Arthur and tries to arrest him for illegal entry, but he fights and kills them. Orm's commandos reach there, and when Mera tries to help him, Vulko stops her, stating that she cannot be found around him. Arthur resists, but eventually gets arrested. He reopens his eyes and finds himself before his younger brother, King Orm, who tells him that he is ashamed that Atlanta married a surface dweller and that he has a half-breed brother. When asked why he is here, Arthur tells him that he came to stop an idiot from starting a war, which infuriates Orm, who makes Arthur challenge him for the combat of kings. Orm accepts the challenge while Vulko and Mera try to change their mind, divulging that Arthur is ignorant of their ways. Orm allows him to prepare for the Ring of Fire competition. And when Arthur is getting his stuff ready, Vulko approaches him and reveals that he cannot beat Orm in water, despite being a good fighter on land. Arthur recalls when Vulko trained him to use the trident as a weapon, believed to be the weapon of royalty in Atlantis. After Arthur gets defeated by Vulko's techniques, he requests that he lead him to Atlanta and asks whether she does not miss him. After years of ignoring Arthur's wish to see Atlanta, Vulko finally reveals that Atlanta had to marry King Orvax and bear him a son, Orm. When Orvax learned about Queen's marriage with a human and that she has a half-breed son, he became furious and jealous, which led him to sacrifice her to Trench, the savages inside the ocean world. The scene cuts to Arthur, who claims he remembers everything and reaches to confront his brother. Before the competition begins, Arthur informs Orm that there was a time when he wished to see him, unaware that he would turn out to be this stupid. Orm replies that he does not want to kill him and gives him a chance to leave, but Arthur stays determined. As the duo gets inside the ring, Mera talks to her father and is disappointed to learn that he also wants the war. After a while, Orm and Arthur start fighting, and when Orm breaks Arthur's trident, Mera uses her powers to stop him from killing Arthur and orders him to get inside her ship. The duo tries to escape Atlantis when Orm aims at their ship and sets it on fire. The duo escapes from the ship before it is destroyed and hides inside the mouth of a giant shark after Arthur controls it with his powers. When asked where they are going, Mera informs him they are headed towards the Desert Kingdom or the Sahara Desert. The duo is seen flying over the Sahara Desert when Arthur approaches Mera, who is concerned as she has never been so far from home. Arthur tells her she can return home anytime, but she reveals that she has betrayed everyone by saving him and that Atlanteans are not good at forgiving. She adds that they'll sacrifice her just like Atlanta. In the meantime, Captain Merc tracks Mera inside the Deserter Kingdom, and when Orm orders him to prepare troops to find and kill Arthur and Mera, King Nereus demands his daughter be left unharmed. Mera uses her GPS and jumps off the flying plane, and Arthur has to follow her. On the other hand, Orm's commandos meet Manta with a case when Orm reaches him and tells him that the case contains the suit for the next generation of Atlantean soldiers. He orders him to use his weapons to find and kill Arthur and Mera, for which he'll be rewarded. Meanwhile, Arthur and Mera argue with each other for judging each other's world, and when Mera uses her tracker, Arthur stops her, blaming it for being why they jumped from the plane. He is talking to her when he slips to the ground. Mera follows him, and when she falls, Arthur saves her. The duo then reaches the Hall of Armory, where they spot the place where the lost trident of Atlan was forged. After realizing that Vulko was right, the duo finds a machine, and as they place their device on it, it shows no response. Mera realizes that the machine needs water, so she collects a drop of Arthur's sweat, and as she places it on the device, it shows Altan's hologram, revealing a riddle to find his trident. As they leave, the duo finds a map inside a bottle and learns about their next destination. They arrive at the pointed location, and Mera enjoys her time among humans. On the other side, Orm meets the king of the fishermen, King Riku, and when he informs him about his thoughts of war with surface dwellers, Riku disagrees, as he believes they must go up to educate people instead of fighting them. Orm doesn't like resistance, and as Riku tries to attack him, Orm murders him and asks his daughter to make her decision as Riku's heir to the throne. Mera and Arthur are trying to solve the puzzle when he looks through the bottle, and eventually, after a little struggle, Arthur determines the location of the trident. As both of them get excited, Manta and Orm's commandos attack them. Manta deals with Arthur while the rest of the soldiers follow Mera. Manta informs him that he is here to avenge his father and is named Black Manta. Black Manta easily overpowers Arthur and injures him using Atlantean blades. After a little chase, Mera fights and kills Orm's commandos using her powers, while Arthur barely gets rid of Black Manta by throwing chained rocks at him that wrap around his neck. When Mera approaches to rescue Arthur, he tells her she is being traced. Arthur regains his senses on a boat and finds Mera playing a flute. As he sits beside her, she informs her about Orm's commandos, and Arthur admits that he should have helped Manta's father instead of letting him die. Mera tells him it's not his fault and motivates him to be their true king when Arthur lacks self-confidence. Subsequently, Orm calls Vulko and reveals that he knows he has been betraying him the whole time, and he asks why he did so. Before the soldiers may arrest him, Vulko discloses that Arthur may be half-Atlantean, but he is twice the king that Orm will ever be. A storm hits Arthur and Mera's ship at night, and unfortunately, trench monsters attack them. Arthur and Mera fight them, after which Arthur realizes they are afraid of light, so he uses flares to scare them. Arthur and Mera jump into the sea when many trench monsters follow them, but they make their way through and reach a place where the monsters cannot follow them. They are attracted to a portal that separates them. A huge shark is about to eat Mera when someone saves her. Arthur is concerned about her, and as he finds her on the shore, he is stunned to see Atlanta standing beside her. Atlanta looks at him and recognizes it is his son, while Arthur is in disbelief. They hug tightly as it is their reunion. After she leads them inside a cave, Atlanta apologizes to him and reveals she had to make a tough choice to ensure his and Tom's safety. When asked about Tom, Arthur replies that he still waits for her at the docks, which makes her cry. Then she informs him that Carathan protects the trident and that she is real and not only a legend. Mera claims they can defeat him together, but Atlanta replies that she has tried many times. The creature will only allow a true king to pass. Arthur then mentions he is scared, but Atlanta asks him to be a hero for the Atlanteans instead of a king. Arthur moves ahead and eventually finds the trident of Atlan before him. As he tries to reach it, Carathan attacks him, revealing that many warriors tried to get the trident and failed, but she never has seen one as unworthy as him. Carathan keeps throwing him away from the trident, and when he is about to get crushed, Arthur uses his powers and asks Carathan to stop. Carathan is stunned to realize that Arthur can understand her. Carathan informs him that he is the only mortal after Atlan who can understand her. Arthur tells her that he is unworthy and does not know how he has ended up there. All he knows is he wants to save his home and the people he loves. Carathan moves away, asking him to get the trident if Atlan gives it to him. Arthur gets the trident and comes out with his new suit. On the other hand, Orm announces that it is time to unite their army with Brines, after which they will attack the surface. He orders his army to confront Brines, and many soldiers lose their lives as the war begins. Orm makes his way to the Brine King and cuts his arm. He is about to kill him when Nerea stops him, mentioning they need him. The Brine King denies accepting Orm's allegiance, and as Orm gets ready to kill him, Arthur appears there with a giant fire monster who attacks Atlantis' army. He uses his power and the trident to control all the creatures in the water, resulting in the Atlanteans attacking their owners, and many sharks gather to confront the remaining. Realizing that Orm will not stand down, Arthur meets Mera, who asks him to fight Orm in the open air, as he overpowered him with water last time. She mentions that she will talk to her father about this and kisses him before leaving. Mera finds her father and informs him. Arthur wields King Atlan's trident, which makes him the true king of Atlanteans. Arthur summons Trench there, but Orm still resists, and Arthur leads him to the surface, where everyone gathers to see their fight. Orm tells Arthur that his people will never accept him as their king, and Arthur asks him to let bloodshed decide this. The duo starts fighting and appears to be equally competent. Eventually, Arthur gains the upper hand and breaks Orm's trident with his might. He is about to kill him but stops when Orm provokes him to end his life, but Arthur replies that he is not one of them. Suddenly, their mother shows up and meets Orm, claiming that they are his sons and that she loves them equally, but Orm has been misguided by his father. She informs him that land and sea are one world and not separate, after which Vulko arrives with his soldiers, and after bowing to the queen, he orders his men to arrest Orm for his misdeeds. When Orm is being taken away, Arthur asks him to talk whenever he is ready. As Orm vanishes in the water, Arthur questions Mera about what to do next, and she suggests he be the king of his people in the sea. Following that, Tom is stunned to see Atlanta on the docks, as she promised him, and the duo meets each other emotionally. He is seen in the depths proclaiming that his parents helped him become what he was destined to be, and he considers himself the son of the land and the king of the sea. But above all, he is Aquaman, and the movie ends here. After credits, we see Black Manta floating in the sea and getting rescued by the journalist on the TV. He helps him recover and fix his armor suit and asks where he got the Atlantean technology. Manta replies he needs to help him find Aquaman first. Thank you for supporting my small channel. Please like and share this video to help this channel out.